How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Bill, and in today's video we got a box for the Bronco. Got a box from Diode Dynamics. It's going to be the I believe it's 3-inch ditch lights for up here, and we are going to wire them to the aux switch, one of the aux switches in the Bronco that's already provided to us. Now I will be up front and let you know I did not purchase these. These lights were sent to me. They asked if I'd be interested in reviewing them. I said yes. I asked if they had anything specific they were looking for me, and they said no, we just want an honest review. So I said yes, absolutely, I can give you an honest review. So with that being said, let's dig into the box. And well, looks like we got some swag from them. Yeah. Diode Dynamics hat. We got Diode Dynamics t-shirt. And we got a wiring harness, and that, so if you're doing the straight to the aux switch, it looks like this is the wiring harness we will need to use. And then another wiring harness, and that looks like the one with the provided switch. So if you don't have the aux switches and you need to hook it up to a switch of your own, you would use that wiring harness instead. And this is what we got. Got the SS3 LED Pod Pro White Combo standard pair, which is the lights, the harnesses, the shirt, the cap. That's what we got in here. Flip this around. Let's see. Oh, we got boxes in boxes. Things packaged really good. All right, looks like this box we have our actual lights. The back looks like we got like heat sink, help keep everything cool, wiring harness, and the lights. So they have either the spotlight, which is going to kind of just focus light in the general area, kind of spread out, kind of light up the whole area. And then, which I'm going to guess is probably this patterned lens down here. It looks like it would just kind of spread the light all over the place. And then there's the other, which is the spotlight, which is going to be a more focused straight beam that's going to go out further. So you can get either or you can get this, which is a combo, which is going to give you a pretty wide array of light, and also shoot, aim pretty far down in the distance as well. So it's going to give you kind of a lot of light overall, at least in theory. They've done all the work and figured out how to shape these lenses and how to do everything to make that work. So all I need to worry about is actually installing them. That looks like this box. We just have the two. They're pretty, they feel sturdy, they feel good. Mounting bracket, this, like a black powder coat, I'm guessing. Black metal, powder coat it. Looks like it would go like so, with a mounting bolt right there. And some directions. So the floodlight, like I said, it just goes in a wide pattern and kind of spreads light everywhere, where the spotlight is just going to be a more focused beam. Or then we have what we have here, which is the combo. I suppose this information is all in the manual somewhere, but I could not find it. But I did find this on Bronco Nation. I'll put a link to this chart down below, but it shows which aux switch goes to which wire color, and which fuse, and and everything. So, or how many amps it's fused for and everything. So that's one question we didn't find out yet. That's 2.7. Okay, current draw for the lights are 2.7, so we could put it on any of these really, and it should be fine. But I'm probably going to go with aux 3 10 amp. So that means we're looking for a violet slash green, and it's going to be aux 3. So that's going to be middle switch, aux 3. Moved out of the garage there. It was it's a little warm today, and there's no air moving in there. So hopefully we can get some air moving. But yeah, so we're gonna go. I said we're going to go to aux 3, which is violet slash green, which is 10 amp fuse. That should be more than enough. We're just looking right here, and we should see all the different options here, and we're looking for violet and green, which I suppose that is violet and green right there. Alright, so I tucked it all back in there. But that left me this corner, which was messed up, so I actually had to pull it back through so I could feed it up through here and then across, so that way I can get everything back behind there. So now we're just kind of working our way through here. It's a little tight around the windshield wipers. Imagine we could just pull those off, but we're already gotten this far without it, so. Pull that through back here. There we go. Make sure we're we got one of our tabs out of whack here. Alright, now that all just snaps back down. Looks like we got to put that back end in first though. Or just, there we go. You just got to pull it forward, and then it snaps in there. The violet and green wire, we'll go ahead and cut the heat shrink off of there. So, sorry, my camera keeps, it's a little hot out here. My camera keeps overheating. So, anyway, got this wire stripped, and I haven't crimped it or anything like that. I just got it setting in there. I just got this ground wire sitting on top like so, because I want to make sure everything works before we button anything up. So with nothing on, aux 3 switch, nothing should come on. Should have to have, oh, yep. As soon as you turn the ignition on, they definitely come on. Switch off, switch on. This is the butt connector that came already attached to the power wire. I'm going to see if I have any solder ones, and if I do, I'll cut that off and do a solder one. If not, I'll just use that for now, and then obviously I'll undo the bolt and put the ground wire in there. Now it's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be a tight fit with the mirror, I think, but we'll see how that works. Or I guess if we mount it to the outside one here. Yeah, that, or not the mirror, the antenna. We can just set this into place and grab our and we can just use this and drop it on the ground. All right, I think we're good there. I'll snug this down. We can go ahead and snug these up. Yeah, let's just, and we can turn it right past there. So that's what it looks like with that one on. I'll go ahead and get this other one on, and then we'll see how it looks overall. Alright, so here we got it under the hood look. Got the couple of wires coming down, just tucked down back there. I mean, it's not like this engine bay looks pretty to start with, so can't even really notice a couple extra wires laying around. They're tucked back. The wire going across is tucked underneath that cowl, so you can't see that anywhere. So as far as that goes, installation looks fairly clean. Oops. So as far as exterior, they are mounted up. Got a little bit of wire showing here. Move that. But we'll get, once it gets darker, we'll kind of try to aim them a little bit and see how they're looking. But I mean, the mounts are sturdy, the lights themselves are sturdy, everything, they seem well built. Kind of see them out there. They're not really all that noticeable unless you're looking for them. And definitely, I don't know how well it picks it up on camera in the daylight, but yeah, I mean, it definitely illuminates things pretty well. I probably shouldn't have to say anything, but just to be safe, these are not meant for driving, especially not for driving on the street at night. You will blind people with them, because it'll be shining right in their faces on oncoming traffic. So they're not meant for on-road use. Depending on your state, when you're not using them, you may even need covers for the ditch lights. Here I'm in Indiana. There's not a whole lot of rules for things that you can't do, but doesn't mean you should drive around with them on, blinding people. It's just for off-road use. I'll find some place tonight where it's dark and there's no traffic. Shouldn't be hard to do, and we could see how well they work. But yeah, just wanted to make a note of that. They're not meant for driving. These ditch lights, though, don't use them for that. And this is what it looks like with just the headlights on, with the high beams on. And then if we go to switch on these lights, now they're not exactly lined up perfectly each other, so let's see if we can't get that lined up a little better. So here's looking into a field with the low beams. Then if we turn high beams on, and now if we turn everything on, you see it lights up everything, both edges of the car. Probably raise those beams up a little bit, but I think with the floodlight it's going to shine pretty much everywhere anyway, so it's still going to kind of highlight the hood a bit. All right, so just looking through the footage from when I was filming last night, and it is obvious that this camera is not very good in low light situations. But it went from low beams to high beams, and it didn't even look like any lights were on the camera. But then once I switched on these ditch lights, you could actually see something on the film. So that kind of gives you an idea of the light output for these give. Unfortunately, that's didn't give a great experience on camera about just how well these work. But these things are bright. They put out a lot of light. You said they did kind of highlight along the edges of the hood. We could probably aim them up so they weren't reflecting so much off of the hood. But I kind of like that because it gave you plenty of sight, like if you were trying to see if there's anything around you that you might hit or anything. So I think I might actually leave them where they're at and call it good. Personally, I'm pretty impressed with the light output from that. I know the video probably doesn't show how good these actually are. So I have to see about what I can do about my camera settings, or maybe a new camera that will work a little bit better in a low light situation. But anyway, I hope that still gave you some insights on the light, on the ditch lights. If it did, go ahead, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up and let me know how it did. Or if you didn't like the video, thumbs down works as well. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.